Hey guys, I believe that you all have known about me being a lone supporter in Vietnam for the ASEAN Mitsubishi Electric Cup match. Since then, the whole episode has gone viral over the Vietnamese and the Singapore social media and also the news websites. I've also been seeing most of the comments being very positive, especially the So Rui Yong, who is an athlete, who also affirmed me with positive comments, a true fan. So I'm also very heartened by the positive comments given by the Singaporeans in general, so thank you very much for it. Well, I understand that actually the Singaporeans want to support the team both at home and away, but I believe it's a high cost of living over here that deters the Singaporeans to go overseas to support the Lions. Some of them may think that, oh, I don't have enough money to do so. So that's the whole purpose of my video. I'm going to dive into the cost breakdown of me supporting the Lions in both home and away matches. Without further ado, let's dive in. For the home matches involving Singapore team, we have Singapore Cambodia, Singapore Thailand, and Singapore Vietnam. So basically it's split into two categories. The first one, of course, being a ticket price, and not to forget the transport to bring me to the stadium. When we talk about the tickets, that for the group stage matches, I paid 23 Singapore dollars for each of the match, in this case Singapore Cambodia and Singapore Thailand. And that's a Cat 1 seat at the National Stadium. However, when Singapore go to semi-finals and play Vietnam due to the high demand and low supply of tickets, and as a result that I got my friend to help me to purchase, okay, thank you to whoever helped me to purchase a ticket, and ended up I have to pay 27 Singapore dollars for a Cat 3 seat. Transport costs to and from the stadium, so typically is I make a travel from my workplace to the stadium and also from stadium back home. So for each match that typically I pay about 3 to 4 Singapore dollars. So revealing to you the total cost for me attending the home matches, $85.30 Singapore dollars. And as for the away part of the 2024 AFF Championship matches, which I went to support the Lions in all three matches, I wish to highlight to you that actually it's quite tricky because I have quite a number of components to consider. So the sum of expenses focus on these few aspects when I calculate my expenses. Number one, what's the ticket price? Number two, what are the flight tickets? Number three, what is the accommodation? And number four, what is the ground transport? So all these four factors are the bare minimum that I actually factor in to calculating expenses. Ladies and gentlemen, revealing to you the price of the first match when I traveled to Hanoi to watch the Timor Leste in Singapore. First, the ticket price, $6.37. So I want to highlight that it is actually Singapore dollars, okay, for all the prices. Flight tickets, I took the SQ or Singapore Airlines, $734.20 in the return trip. The ground transport, when I actually take a bus from my hotel to the stadium location, both ways, $1.06. And for the accommodation, where I actually stayed at the Pegasus Hotel for 3 nights, including the airport taxi, $211.24. Miscellaneous costs is basically free and easy, like for example, the Vietnam goodies that I buy back for my family. I estimated $30 per day, so it's $120 in total. As for our crunch clash between Malaysia and Singapore, revealing to you all the ticket price is $16.95 when converted to Singapore dollars. The Malaysian ringgit price about 56 ringgit and 14 cents. Flight tickets to and fro Singapore and KLIA or Kuala Lumpur International Airport, because of the reschedule of the tournament and had to push back my flight tickets. So it's $538.14. Pretty expensive for such a short journey. And as for the ground transport, I have two factors need to add in. First is the return trip, the KLIA from Kuala Lumpur International Airport to the KL Central by taking the KLIA Express. And also the ground transport when I actually take a Rapid KL to and from the hotel, so it's $1.57. So total is $91.57. So that's a return trip included. Accommodation wise, I actually stayed in the Vivatel Kuala Lumpur for 3 nights, and that's $223.01. Miscellaneous costs, I actually mark up a little bit because in that tour I actually went to the Samui Lagoon, so estimated per day to be about 50 Singapore dollars. And in total that I actually spent 200 Singapore dollars in total for 4 days. Now I want to emphasize a very dramatic second leg semi-final clash, and that's between Vietnam and Singapore. Okay, I want to highlight to you that the ticket price for the away fans is 0 Singapore dollars. In fact, it's actually free for the visiting fans, in this case Singapore. Perhaps because of the location being not so convenient for the away fans. Flight tickets, you'll be very shocked to know that even I take an Air Asia, I have to transfer at Kuala Lumpur, that means from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur, then go to Hanoi, and the same for the return trip. I have to set aside about $1,151.88. This is the exact amount. And then for the ground transport, it also includes the hotel taxi, because the distance from the Noi Bai airport to the Suzhou battery is where I stayed, and it's about 50 to 60 kilometers, it's very far. So the return trip in total, to and fro, is $138.46. Accommodation wise, I actually stayed at Suzhou battery, and that's for 4 nights, is $187.38 total. For the miscellaneous part, I actually stayed there for the 5 day, 4 nights. So assuming $30 per day, in total I spent 150 Singapore dollars. That's about it. So guys, here we go. I tabulated the confirmed part of the away trip expenses is 3,300 Singapore dollars and 26 cents. For the estimated cost, it sums up to 470 Singapore dollars. This is based on the sum of miscellaneous costs in the 3 away matches. So the total that I actually spent for the away matches is $3,770.26. So adding up the home and away costs, if you all recall that the home matches I spent $85.30, you add up the $3,770.26 for the away matches. In total, revealing to you the amount that I spent, 3,855 Singapore dollars and 56 cents. Significant in a sense that this cost is very close to 1 month of my gross salary back in the World Scientific. So I'm gonna make a shameless request. Okay, so I hope that through this video that perhaps maybe I get maybe a couple of days more of annual leave in case of any travel emergencies. And also, if the pay raise can be increased a little bit, and that will be good also, because it's actually confirmed through the 97 FM radio that I will be taking my whole family to the Hong Kong to support the Lions in the Hong Kong-Singapore Asian Cup qualifier clash. On hindsight, I may worry a little bit on the amount of money in my bank account, but actually I do have some other strategies also lah. So you just can't look at my bank account only. But what I should say is that this is investment of my almost 1 month salary on WSPC to exchange for the reputation. As you all seen it a lot in the social media websites, I feel that this is a very good investment. It is worth it. Because money can make back, but your reputation once there, and it's going to be there forever, maybe even beyond your lifetime. Do remember to share, like, and subscribe my YouTube channel so that you won't miss any important updates. Well, my next adventure will be home or away. I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye bye.